Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Mashika Amina, and today's lesson is Start Small. Now, before we get started and before we dive into our new lesson, please check out lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. They come from What is Life Teaching Me, a book that I wrote. So proud of myself. But yes, definitely grab a book. I have the link in my bio. And basically, each week I will be providing you information on the lessons that I'm learning, lessons that I'm embodying. And again, if you're a part of this journey with me, we will learn together, grow together, embody some of the lessons that we're learning. Most times we are repeating the same lesson. So we are going to learn the lesson, not repeat the lesson. Okay? I'm Ashika Mina. I am a yoga instructor, sound healer, life coach, author. I am. All right. And again, today's lesson is starting small. This is a great topic because I feel like I'm such a creative and I have so many big ideas, big vision. And when I have these big ideas or big vision, I sometimes think I have to do so much to get started. I'm like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. I need to do all these different things. And what happens is I start to get overwhelmed. I start to backtrack. Maybe I'm doing this stuff, and then next thing you know, I'm getting a little bit burnt out. My capacity is a little bit low because I'm trying to do every single thing. I realized I was like, Mashika, you have this vision, but somehow you want the vision to manifest today or this year. And it's like, it may not. So, what is the first step we're going to take? And sometimes we just feel like we just have to do everything at once. No, start small. When it comes to these YouTube videos, I was like, at first, I was like, we're going to make a few videos per week. So, last year, I had the opportunity to record so many short form videos for TikTok. Did I enjoy it? Yes. But towards the end, I was like, this is becoming a lot. This is a lot. And you're probably like, what part of it was a lot? So I was recording batches of content, so 5 to 10 videos, but didn't realize now I had to edit 5 to 10 videos. And what's interesting is that you may have recorded the video weeks ago, but now you don't feel in the space to edit it. You're like, I don't even feel like it. I don't feel like it. And looking back, I'm like, if you would have just did one video at a time, how much more progress would you have made and would you still be continuing to do it? I get everything happens in its own season. However, when it came to YouTube, I wanted to apply that same approach, like let's record all these videos. But honestly, what happened, y'all? I started to delay the process. So if you look at the lesson number 2, that is stop delaying the process, stop delaying your goals. And I made that one of the lessons because I was delaying this process, because I was trying to think so big of this whole vision, of this whole goal. I personally want to be a thriving teacher on YouTube, a teacher who is teaching lessons and educating people about some of the life lessons that I'm personally learning. And so the lessons doesn't have to be like, let me record 5 this week. It's like, girl, you are doing too much. I mean, you could be doing enough. If you feel within your creativity like you have 5 great videos that you wanted to share, I'll say go for it. But I am in a season of sustainability in all areas of my life. So, like, how can I keep this going? And how can I improve each week? And here, I hope that you all can see the growth through each video. And so this time, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to record one video at a time, one lesson per week. That's me starting small. And I'm excited to see how far I go and how far I'll come just from me starting small. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, it doesn't have to be like you have to record so many different videos. Just start small, like work your way backwards. Like, what do I want to start with now? And just start with that. And as you get more momentum, you'll find like, oh, I can do this. Or similar to the gym. For example, I have been walking on the treadmill incline, and I remember a friend was like, "Hey, they do the treadmill incline. the incline is on 9 and the speed is 3. And I remember at the time I was at a speed of 2, maybe inclining to 5. And when I tried to jump to an incline of 9 and to a speed of 3, I was very humbled, very much humbled. But today I can do it. It took time. I start small. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to increase my pace each time I feel a little bit more confident. And when you start small, as you feel more confident or as you feel more at ease at whatever it is you're doing, it's going to be easier to add on other stuff to your plate because what you have already as your baseline is already set in stone. It's a very strong structure. And then I think a lot of times we try to jump that whole process. Like, let me just get something real big. Like, let me get this big old plate of food. Like, another analogy is like, you put in so much food on your plate and now you're so overwhelmed, so overstimulated, you don't even know where to start on the plate. You're like, I don't know. And what happens is you probably end up walking from the plate of food because you're like, I don't even know where to start. This looks like so much. Who's about to eat all this food? And you might just walk away. But if you was like, you know what, let me start with a little small plate. Let me just get a little bit just to see what I like. Let me just see, test the waters. I like a little bit of that. I'm going to pause on that. I believe when you start small and you just work your way gradually up, you will receive better results. I feel like you will feel better in what you're doing because you're like, oh, I can achieve that. And when you have that, I can achieve that, it ends up building up your confidence. It ends up allowing you to be like, oh, I can create more. When you're like, oh, I need to do 5 videos and you don't get the 5, that just chops away your confidence. It allows you to feel like you're doubting yourself or you're not trusting yourself when really you're just setting the bar so high that's like, dang, how can I reach it? It's like, good goal, great goal, actually. But where do you need to start at? Like, what is our starting point? Like, how can we simplify this into the most common denominator, right? Starting small doesn't mean you're not putting any effort in. It just meaning like you're starting with an amount that you know that you can handle. Like, you don't just go straight to the gym and start lifting 50 pounds if you never lifted 50 pounds. Like, you don't do that. You gradually work your way up. And that's what every area of our lives, I think we just try to jump at different things. We try to like, oh, let me just make my big idea happen today. It's like, you don't need to. Like, take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out and just trust the process. Trust that your small efforts or just you starting small, it will gradually work towards that big vision you have or that big goal you have, whether that's at the gym, whether that's how you eat, whether it's whatever you're consuming or creating. I believe the great lesson that I have learned is like starting small is very beneficial. It works out perfectly in my own life, in my nonprofit. I've seen it happen so many times of me just like, if I just start with this little bit amount, I will gradually work myself up. And I've been seeing it through the process. And here's just a reminder to you, if you felt like you have so much on your plate and you don't know where to start, work your way backwards. Sometimes start from that big vision and just keep working down till you get to like, okay, I could do this today, right? So you may have a goal to, set up an event or do something so big. Write that big vision out, but then work backwards. Like, okay, what do I need to complete today? Whether it's sending out an email, maybe it's just getting really clear on that vision and then working backwards. I like to do that personally so I can know like, hey, the steps I'm taking today is leading me to there. So I don't have to be there to that destination today. I'm gonna get there. But what do I need to do today? Start small. Stop putting so much on your plate or stop putting so much pressure and feeling the need that you gotta race through life or race through your creativity or race through your goals. You do not. Life finds you when you slow down. That is in my book, okay? Lessons you find when you slow down. When you slow down and when you take it easy and you allow yourself to enjoy the journey while you're getting there to your destination is key. So that is the lessons for today. Ask yourself, what is it that you're going to start small with and not rush through the process just to get to the destination, because you're going to get there. As long as you're taking steps and putting forth effort, you're going to get there. Trust me, you are going to get there. Only how you will not if you stop. That's it. If you stop, you're not going to get there. But if you keep going, you keep trusting, you keep putting forth the effort, oh, you're going to get there. And that is today's lesson, to start small. So catch me next week. My intention is to post every Monday. So like, comment, subscribe, share. Let me know what it is that you're working on. Let me know what lessons you most resonate with or what you'd like to see. Remember, my book, What Life is Teaching Me, the link will be in the comments in the description. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.